space rock mining seems like the domain of sci-fi. It absolutely has been a well-known plot point or setting in fiction, extending from genuine spine-chillers, Alien, to satire, Red Dwarf. In any case, it has not considered as a general rule until the previous decade or so. On April 6, 2020, President Donald Trump marked an official request which pronounced that the U.S. didn't perceive space as a shared conviction for mankind, as indicated by the U.S. official view. Open and private associations are allowed to have a special interest in whatever they find. This is a monstrous advance from the Obama-period Commercial Space Launch Competitiveness Act 2015, which avoided permitting countries to guarantee responsibility for you can envision. This causes issues with universal law and relations. Before we investigate this, be that as it may, it's important why we would need to do this and how we plan on going about it. We live in a universe of electronic contraptions, mass worldwide vehicle, and a developing populace that wants such things. Gold, platinum, nickel, iron, and so on. And it's presumably in your pocket or stopped in your carport at the present time. These assets are limited on Earth, and we're experiencing them quicker with each innovative advancement. However, similar assets are practically boundless in space. How about we take the case of platinum? This metal is utilized in things, for example, cardiovascular pacemakers, and as an impetus for transforming raw petroleum into something we can use in fuel and manufacturing. Platinum is viewed as uncommon on Earth. Notwithstanding, the space rock belt in our close planetary system alone contains 1 billion times more platinum than is found here on Earth, and that is not in any event, including different assets. It sounds odd. Isn't that right? You're around enough uncommon metals to pulverize the Earth, yet the one that miners are generally anxious to discover is water. All things considered, water fuels life. In any case, they're not searching forever but instead fuel. When separated into its fundamental segments, water is hydrogen and oxygen. This division can be accomplished through an electrical impetus with locally available or outer gear. When separated, the parts of water can be repurposed as electrical vitality to help gadgets. For example, life emotionally supportive networks and energy units. Whenever left as water, it very well may be an invigorating beverage. NASA plans to set up terminals in space. They would extricate water from close-by sources, do the impetus procedure, and afterwards siphon it to the docked make. Basically, they would be gas stations in space. The gear and procedures that we have created to mine on Earth won't work when managing moving items in a low-gravity condition. Contingent upon their organization, they are either sensitive or exceptionally hard to mine. The fragile space rocks are known as C-type carbonaceous chondrite, which have high water fixations. They could be mined with a multitude of bots with pointed feet. Once hooked, the bots would extricate water and some other minerals and afterward come back to base. These space rocks are fragile to such an extent that the bots wouldn't have to bore, however, basically scratch along the surface. The space rocks that are difficult to mine are known as M-type. Metallic. They present a greater test since they are basically hunks of strong flying metal. It might be less difficult to attractively drag them closer to Earth for handling.